Hi, my name is Sumit Agrawal and I manage the Bandhan Focused Equity Fund at the Bandhan Mutual Fund. I would like to talk a bit about the fund strategy, the fund construct, and our recent thoughts on the portfolio. Now, as it sounds, the Focused Equity Fund is about investing in a maximum of 30 stocks portfolio by design. What it does is actually gives you some adequate exposure to our bottom-up ideas, and if an investor is adequately invested in those ideas, and if those ideas work well, the eventual outcome is relatively better. One more thing that we focus on while investing in this fund is about maintaining an active share which is ranging anywhere between 50 to 75%. Now what it means is at any point in time, a portfolio will have an exposure which is 50 to 75% different from its benchmark, which in current case is BSE 500. In terms of the market capitalization exposure of the fund, we follow a flexi-cap style. So as of now, as we speak, we are somewhere between 55 to 60% in large cap and remaining 35 to 40% between mid and small. This composition can change depending on our view of the market and the various market segments. And let me also talk a bit about the fund strategy and the positioning right now. As of now, the fund has adequate exposure to some of the sectors like consumer services. Now, this is one piece, especially the discretionary part, which has not done well in the recent times. And we find that some of the valuations in these sectors are comfortable because the long-term growth that they offer is again very exciting. So fund has taken some bit of exposure and been a concentrated exposure style fund. This is a sector where we have large overweight vis-a-vis BSE 500. Another sector where we are overweight is capital goods, some of the defense or industrials names, especially in the energy transition themes like renewables. Now that is again a theme for the future, and fund is having some early overweight stance over there. A few sectors we are not as overweight right now is about financials, where you can say we are marginally underweight to neutral. This is a space which currently is likely going through some kind of margin pressure, but going forward, as we see, if we get rate cuts in the country followed by global rate cuts, thankfully that will be translating to margin stabilizing, and going forward we might have to have a slightly high exposure to financials as such. But given a choice of investing only in 30 stocks out of, let's say, 500 universe, it gives adequate chance of bottom-up stock picking, and I think which is the mainstay of the fund style. So again, a focused equity fund offers you bottom-up ideas, adequate exposure, and if our research goes right and our calls goes right, eventual investor experience is also better. So that in a nutshell is the Bandhan Focused Equity Fund strategy. And with this, I wish you all the best, and I wish you have a good experience with the fund. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.